Is you ready? You better be. You better be. The king returns. What am I talking about, y'all? I had to get up on this live, and y'all, it's late. It's almost midnight, and I had to get on here, and I had to come talk to y'all. And honestly, I don't know how long this is about to take, but God gave me this message right now, and God was like, get your ass up on there. Don't wait till the morning and deliver this message. And if you're watching this at a later date, that means it's time for you to listen in. I want y'all to hear me, y'all. This is your time. You are restored. You are complete. You are back. I want y'all to hear me. No matter what you guys have went through, how you doing, V1? Because I want y'all to hear me. No matter what you guys went through in life, you are restored. No matter what continues to get thrown at you, you are restored. No matter what life has thrown at y'all, y'all have like literally went through it. It's like I'm literally seeing everything being thrown at y'all, and y'all are surpassing everything that's been thrown at y'all. And I just want to say the king has returned. The queen has returned. And I want y'all to hear me really quickly. The reason why I had to get on here and I had to do this late is because this is when my energy called it. This is when my energy called it. And I want you guys to start paying attention to when your energy calls you to do certain messages, to give certain messages, to go hang out with certain people, spend time with certain people. Y'all, I want you to understand something. The king has returned. What the fuck does that mean, Charlie? I'll break it down to you. Let's talk. Let's talk with Lens. Let's talk really quickly. The king returning means that y'all have finally came back to y'all fucking awakening. Y'all have finally woke the fuck up. You have finally stopped allowing other people to rule over your life. No matter what they have put you through, you have made it through, and you guys realize that through faith alone, you guys are sitting over here making it through. How you doing, Stephanie? I want y'all to hear me. There is no more fear. There is no more fear. There's no lack of trust. There is no more, like, y'all, I don't think you guys understand how excited I am. There is no more lack. When you guys have questions, you ask questions. For the most part, you lead. And the important thing that I want you guys to hear me is that in this moment of you leading, of you guys getting to wherever it is that you guys need to get to, y'all have finally realized that nobody can control you except for you. You have realized that nobody can sit over here and make sure that you get it together unless you decide to get it together. And I want you guys to understand that a lot of you guys are fucking star seeds. And outside of that, because I feel like that's a generic ass message. Let me break down what this means. Let me break it down in layman's terms so you understand and you get the gist of what I'm saying. Because IDK, let's talk. Because we about to make you known really quickly. I want y'all to hear me. This next part, this part right here, this moment, this breath, and it's crazy I'm live right now because I never go live this late. It's been a minute, but God put this on my heart to tell y'all. And if y'all are up and y'all are receiving this message, it's for you. You are awaking now. You are literally in the trance of nobody can touch you no more. It doesn't matter what people send your way anymore. You are untouchable. You are in your form. Final form, if I may add. You are a king, a queen, and I don't even mean it how they fucking sit over here and they try to mediaize it. And I know that's not a word, but I don't really give a fuck right now. I want you guys to hear me. You are in your final form as far as, baby, nobody can break you. And it took y'all so fucking long to get to this point of y'all not being able to be broken. And it took for y'all to go and get all the way down, to lose everything, to lose everyone, to sit over here and maybe even question your sanity. It took until you guys went through all these different fucking tests that God allowed in. Some of y'all was fucking homeless. Some of y'all fucking sat over here and lost kids. Some of y'all went through systems. Some of y'all was brought up, y'all parents didn't want y'all. Some of y'all went through the fucking trenches. Let me tell you guys. They put y'all asses in the trenches no matter, and I don't give a fuck if you come from a fucking gold spoon, silver spoon, tiny, let's talk. I don't care where y'all come from. I don't care if your daddy is a fucking billionaire. I don't care if you don't even know your daddy. You guys were put in the trenches. You guys were put in different positions, and y'all fucking rose the fuck up. You rose up. And God is sitting over here saying, I'm proud that you didn't allow your circumstance to define who the fuck you are. I am proud that you didn't sit over here and submit to your fucking circumstance. You didn't end up like your daddy did. You didn't end up like your mama did. You created. See, they made y'all full of fucking love, and you did not allow that to fucking destroy you. A lot of y'all went through a lot of things, and I want you guys to hear me really quickly. A lot of you guys were put into the trenches on fucking purpose, and instead of y'all giving up like everybody else around y'all asses, instead of you sitting over here and forming and acting the way that everybody else was acting, baby, you made the trenches a new home. Matter of fact, you sat over here and catch me, or you made the trenches fucking submit to you. Do y'all know how much power that is? Resilient, Sparkling, we talking. Do you know how much power it is that you made the trenches a new fucking home, and now they submit to you? Now they sit over here and they do, because Fatima, we talking. IDK, we talking. Divine timing, IDK, we are talking. Y'all made all this shit around you, everything. I want you to hear me. Any possible thing that could have been sent to destroy you, some of these people tried to physically kill your ass. Whether it was a car accident, whether it was you sitting over here having pneumonia, whether it was you being sick, they tried to give you every possible fucking thing to destroy you. And guess what? You said, that's it. That's all you get. That's it. Y'all might have fell down real tumble and shit. But Woodland, we talking. You guys got your ass back up and you made that shit. A lot of y'all, I always say this, y'all make that shit look easy. And why y'all think that everybody fucking hates on you? You think that people hate on you because fucking you just look good? No, baby, that energy match how you look. And the more that you guys have found yourself, the more that you have made it out of your circumstances and you've made that shit work for you. You didn't work for it. Oh, baby, you became untouchable. Why do you think that? Baby, hear me real quick. Hear me. Why do you think that people have been jealous of you all your life? It wasn't just your friends, huh? It was family members too, huh? Oh yeah, because we talking. Yo, if you want to take it deeper, we could talk about them relationships too. Why? Because baby, you were the fucking leader the whole time. And the funny thing is that everybody around y'all, because Fatima, we talking, Shalita, we talking, Woodlands, we talking, everybody around y'all was waiting for you to make the fucking call, for you to sit over here and show up and to restore shit. When you guys enter into trenches, you enter into workplaces, you enter into people's fucking lives, you guys restore these fucking people. But little did you guys know that you didn't know that. You didn't know that. You guys seen that maybe when people came around, your luck, that you seen they luck getting better. You seen maybe some of y'all identified that you were healers, because Jameson, we talking. Some of you guys realized that your power, but y'all didn't have the final piece, y'all. And this is the final piece, and this is what I mean by you being in your final form. You are finally able to be aware of who the fuck you are. And it's not, and the reason why is because God had to strip ego from your ass. God had to strip pride from your ass. God had to strip all those people that didn't mean you no, that didn't mean you no good. And honestly, God is saying that they didn't truly mean you harm, but they were misguided. So guess what? You were misguided too. God had to remove all the people that misguided you from your fucking life, that was putting you on the path, and pick your ass up and go put you in a whole nother situation. The reason being, because young God, we talking. I want you guys to hear me, just we talking. God trusted this path for all of y'all, and it's not just one of us. See, everybody wants to sit over here and be the dictator up in this bitch. Everybody wants to sit over here and say, oh, I'm the king, I'm the queen, I'm the fucking empress, I'm up in it, like, I'm the star, I'm the only fucking one. That's what they raised us to be. But yo, there's room for all of us. We are all fucking needed. And the point of the matter is that it does not matter of the big agenda. It doesn't matter what everybody else has going in life. It's all about you, because you lead your reality. And in your reality, because there's so many fucking people in this fucking world, you guys are being called to fucking step up and rise. A lot of the people that handed back their fucking key, they resigned from the position. Those people, that was on them. Some of your parents was those people. Some of your grandparents was those people that resigned from this shit. And Woodland's chosen ones at that. But let me explain what chosen ones really is. See, chosen ones are the ones that got the fucking key. You got the message, you got the enlightenment, you got the gifts, you got the healing, you got all of it. You got the wisdom, you got the trust, you got the love. Some of you guys' gifts is in so many different things. You could just touch somebody and make somebody feel better. You could just talk to somebody and you can make them feel better. You could sit over here and just brainstorm with somebody, and all of a sudden, baby, their mind is transformed. They went from dumb to smart as fuck. Y'all don't even know y'all have those abilities, but you do. Some of you guys, you have the power to awaken people that are asleep. You wake their ass up. They just have one conversation with you. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. You guys have so many fucking powers. The thing is that they put you in the trenches thinking that your powers were going to destroy you. And for a lot of weak individuals, they did. For a lot of people that received the fucking key, received the key, it destroyed them. Why do you think? And if you think about it, y'all, let's take a brief history lesson. Let's look at our parents. Let's look at our grandparents. How many of them got strung out on drugs, or became alcoholics, or became workaholics, or how many of them got caught in the system? The matrix. Almost all. We might have had maybe one crazy aunt that was on our wavelength, but that's about it. Maybe an uncle, maybe one mom. But for the most part, y'all, they had the same gifts that you did, but they were not awakened enough in order to use that information to awaken and to heal the rest of the fucking world. And we are assigned to heal ourselves first. And by us healing ourselves, we fucking heal everybody else around us. And then we teach them how to heal. And then basically, it's a revolving cycle. But in the end, guys, a lot of people in your bloodline was given this key and they literally handed it back to God. There was a lot of people in your bloodline when God came to them and they was like, here, I need you to do this. And it's funny because how you guys are awakening, some of you guys are able to read fucking minds. Some of you guys are able to some of your gifts, and some of y'all see the future. Shout out to my seers up in this bitch. Some of y'all visions be so vivid in dreams, and it's like y'all grandpappies, y'all grandmamas, like your parents had these same motherfucking things. They could see fucking ghosts, but it's like some of them fucking could sit over here and breathe underwater if you want to get real deep. But the point of the matter is that I want you guys to hear me. They were afraid of this shit. They were in fear because they were taught everything was hush, hush, hush. But the point of the matter is that now it's not about hush, it's about information. It's about us getting back to who the fuck we are. And that's the biggest thing is that God is like, we have fallen because there was nobody that was willing to step up to identify who the fuck we were. So when I tell you guys that you have returned, when I tell you guys that the power is back, baby, you're in your final form. And I know that there might be some kicks and giggles, some things, some upgrades you're gonna have, but for the most part, some of you guys really would, and God has given me the vision of some of you guys could have went through a really bad sickness, like recently or this winter, and God is sitting over here saying that was your final bad sickness. There is no more sickness. And after that, that's why I've been calling you guys to stay away from the fucking ocean, because they're polluting our ocean. That's why I've been telling you guys cut back on fucking seafood and shit like that, because they're poisoning our fish. They're poisoning our food. Chicken don't taste the same. Foods don't taste the same. And I know that some of you guys are in a process because God is saying, highlight this. Some of you guys are still between eating fast food or going out to these restaurants. And God is like, listen, I know that you are tasked with still being in this mundane ass world. But the point of the matter is that you are kings and queens. And I don't need any blockages to come between us no more. Because we are on guard. You are a king, and now it's time to fucking arise in you. I don't give a fuck if you're a feminine up in this bitch. You are a king too. All of you guys are being, if you're in this live, if you're watching this video at a later date, you are literally being tasked in this moment to change your reality. You are literally the leader. You guys always thought, it's so funny because God is making me see y'all in high school and in middle school and even in elementary. You guys have been stars before you were even stars. You were leaders before you were even leaders. A lot of you guys were rebellious before you were. A lot of you guys, because catch me, yo, a lot of you guys didn't fucking see how far you was gonna go with it. You didn't realize why you was talking back to your parents, why you was talking about back to your teachers. A lot of y'all didn't realize why you couldn't hear your teachers, because they was really feeding you a whole bunch of bullshit. They was over here trying to condition you. But a king and a queen can't be conditioned. All of this shit is self-taught, y'all. All of this shit that you are experiencing in life, this does not come from a fucking book. You could try to take notes, but all of this shit, y'all, it's funny. God is telling me, some of y'all think that y'all got terrible memories, but you don't. And the sirens is going off. Some of y'all think that y'all have terrible memories, but I bet you're going to sit over here and remember almost everything that God is telling me to tell you in this moment. Why? Because you remember what God tells you to fucking remember. You don't have a fucked up memory. I don't give a fuck if you smoke. Y'all don't have fucked up ass memories, and if you do, take some cinnamon. You're welcome. The God is sitting over here saying your memory is how you fucking sit over here and how you guys move forward and how you transform. I don't need you to remember shit that doesn't matter. If you can't remember shit, then it does not apply to your life, is what God is saying. If it takes for you to go and read and read and read and read it over and over and over and you still not getting it, or you get it but you bored with it, that's not, you're above that. A lot of this shit that you guys have learned is that a lot of the things, and we could talk about Akashics if you want to, but a lot of this shit is really within you. All of this hidden messages, God is literally telling me that that all of our true like spiritual gifts, all of our true divine energy cannot be taught by somebody else, because every time a teacher comes into your life, they get jealous of you. Literally. Sometimes, and I want you guys to pay attention to this. Some of you guys go into shops, like if you guys are spiritual baddies, going and getting your stones and shit like that, getting your amethysts and shit. But the point of the matter is that, or you going and getting sage. People see you and they see you. A lot of you guys are in the process of still learning, and you think that you have so much more to learn, and you don't even realize that you were literally placed ready, born ready. You were literally placed in this motherfucker. I'm gonna use me as an example. Cards, my amethyst, reading balls. All of this shit is self-taught, because God told me early on that there would not be somebody that can teach me. If I want to learn, I have to get books, or I have to sit over here and wait till downloads come in. Yo, I have books and books of fucking down. I have to wait to get my own personal downloads in order to get it out. Nobody can teach me, because when in the past, there is either two examples. Yeah, when teachers were placed into my life, and it has happened multiple times, either they want to fucking sleep with me, like they get lost in the lust of me, or they sit over here and they try to fucking sit over here and steal from me. There was only one teacher that was actually a teacher for one fucking class, and she got removed because she got envious after. Because she couldn't see my spirit, she could only see my physical form. And I want you guys to hear me, guys. I speak to a powerful collective. I don't speak to weak motherfuckers. I speak to people that hear me. And if you cannot hear me, then you're not meant to hear me. You're not here yet. If you're here, then you're ready to receive this message. And what God is telling me is that you guys, we are not above fucking one another. I'm not better than you. You're not better than me. We are all equal. We are all powerful. We all have our own gifts. And if there's a person that gets jealous of you because of your gifts, because of said gifts, they are immediately removed. There is no they have to be removed. God gets them out your energy like that. Why do you guys think that you guys can't co-create with these weak ass motherfucking NPCs in this world? It's not because these people ain't cute in physical form. It's when you take that physical form off of their asses, they're fucking demons. And y'all, I don't even like to give that much credit to demons and bad energies, because I know you can transfer and transmute that energy. But God is like, your calling is bigger than them. You keep shortchanging yourself with all these fucking people, and it's like, baby, you're bigger than them. I don't give a fuck about what your physical body looks like. I don't care what you dress like. I don't care about that. Sometimes, and I want you guys, because God is telling me to like tell you guys, I tell you to wear certain shit because certain people are supposed to know, like, what they're supposed to recognize you. I'll give you an example. There was this woman that I just met yesterday, and God gave me warnings leading up to this woman that of a septus piercing, of a nose piercing, and even of her name. But I didn't realize it until then. But I just remembered. And then he gave me 777, and then I met her. And I said, oh God, you needed me to wear this. You needed me to talk like, you needed her to be able to identify me and for me to identify her. So when God tells you guys to wear certain shit, you got to start wearing it. It's not because y'all, I'm gonna keep it a being with y'all. I went to the store up in this bitch looking with my red ass socks on and my fucking purple ass pants, looking crazy with my fucking hat on. But guess what? I'm still fucking stylish. I don't give a fuck. And God needed somebody to talk to me. And I want you guys to start paying attention to, we are not fucking normal, y'all. We are not, and hear me, we are not normal. To the outside world, we might be crazy. They see us talking to ourselves, they think we crazy, and we like, no, I gotta write this shit down. Some of you guys are being urged to keep a book with you at all times. I know sometimes it does not permit. Get a smaller book. If you can't get a smaller book, then sit over here and put the notes in your phone if you remember. Because a lot of you guys are missing key downloads is what God is saying. You guys are being instructed for the next part. Some of you guys' next part is fucking actually creating a seed, because a lot of us are being tasked not only with adopting, if you guys feel called, because there's two different messages. If you feel called to adopt, there is a reason why you feel called to adopt. A lot of you guys knew that from when you were younger, and a lot of you guys have key intuition and key senses as to identify other star-like children that is in the system, to go pull them out to teach them of your teachings. A lot of you guys, and I want you to understand something, because God is giving me these giving me these downloads like in real time. And even when you guys create your own kids, same thing. Because God had to strip you of your ego, your pride, literally of your self-hate, you guys are in your purest form. And that's what I mean by you guys being kings and queens. You have returned. You are in your purest form. You're not jealous of anybody. You're not envious of anybody. You literally don't give a fuck. It's not that you don't give a fuck about other people, but you don't compare and contrast yourself to anybody else. Because of that, you are able to be a teacher to our youth. Specifically, and God is highlighting, hear me. If you cannot help, because God is giving me a specific message, y'all. If you have a child, if you get somebody, and y'all, the child, I know that we like to think of child as like an infant, but I'm literally seeing from 0 to 18, even 19. I'm seeing 0 to 19. Take these people in. The reason being is because these are the people these are still our babies, and we have to teach them the pure way, not the toxic way, not the harmful way, not the spiritual fucking battle shit, to how to balance and how to fight spiritual attacks. If you a real spiritual ass motherfucker in this bitch, you already know God handles all that shit above. You don't have to sit over here and do no fucking witchcraft. If you want to, it can help you with your beauty if y'all want to talk about that. But, and it's 1, 2, 3 as I'm saying this, but you know that the true ones that's bad as fuck does not have to touch a fucking candle. The true baddies that you want to talk about who's really strong, we don't have to sit over here and make nobody do nothing. The true baddies, because hear me, y'all, because Issa, we talking, young girl, we talking. The true ones that you got to worry about is the motherfuckers that sit over here and cry their tears to God and be like, God, you can handle that. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not speaking ill of nobody. I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I'm not trying to make nobody do nothing at all. God, you handle that, because I know that I don't have that power. I don't want that power to hurt anybody. I'm not placed on this world to hurt people. I'm placed on this earth to heal people. And when you guys, and some of you guys, and hear me, our previous teachers, because God has given it to me, our previous teachers that were placed on this earth are being, their powers are being stripped from them. Their knowledge is being stripped from them. They're forgetting shit. They're losing lack of money. They're losing all these things, y'all, because they did not teach y'all right. So God literally is telling me, when you get certain messages and you guys feel it, you have to feel it. And y'all know that lesson already. You feel this energy. This is not something you just, okay, it sound right, let me write this down. This is what you feel, and you know, and because you feel it, you remember it. And even if you don't remember, I post on my YouTube, or I post all my lives on YouTube, so you can come back. And if you're like, ooh, Charlie said some shit real quick, I gotta go back and I gotta write that down just in case. Some of the messages, if you ever feel related, because God is saying, because we are all coming into a community, we can take notes from each other, but we can't take notes from outside sources. And the reason being is because only certain ones work with the light. And some of us, and y'all, and hear me, because God is like, it's not about a matter of light and dark, because we have mastered truly both. We just choose when we sit over here and have to go dark. The only time we have to go dark is when God is sitting over here saying is when we have to touch a dark, it's like a dark child. And the only reason why is because we have to show them, and this is crazy. God is saying the only reason we go dark is to show people that are still influenced by the dark, that we once were dark, but we made it to the light. We were born in the dark. We know how to get out of the dark. And that's why I said, y'all, we were placed into these trenches for a reason, because we know how to survive in the dark. But we also know how to find the light. And because we found the light by following instructions and not being ill towards other people, and even if we were ill, we got our karma for that shit. God is literally telling me that we were not ill, like, and God is giving this to me because might be some of y'all final pieces. If you guys did a bad judgment call, you made a mistake, you hurt somebody, it wasn't because you truly intentionally wanted to hurt that person. You did not know any better, and because you did not know any better, you didn't do any better. A lot of you guys were misguided into that shit, so don't take credit for that shit. You already lived out your karma. You're at zero. You forgave yourself. You let that shit go, and if you haven't, it's time. Now, moving on, because all the old teachers, the old teachings, and some of them got so selfish, because God is calling my attention to the old teachers being selfish, not teaching you the correct things. A lot of you guys are being called, if you are sitting over here doing healing work. I'll give you an example. On Christmas Eve, my sister was in my kitchen and she had burnt her hand, and I immediately just came up with something on the spot to heal her hand. Immediately. I never used it before, and she was like, wow, my hand feels better. And by the next day, she didn't even feel any burn marks. That is what I mean. A lot of the teachings, like even that recipe, that, and hear me guys, because I want you guys to hear me, a lot of old recipes, a lot of old things were not passed down to us correctly. So therefore, when you get called to do things in the heat of moments, and it's not even that you got to run to the store to get this shit, it's what's in your home already. It's literally, you're healed. Ta-da! I remember there was this time, y'all, and I won't say who this person was because we didn't know at the time. She was suffering with a fucking miscarriage, and I remember we didn't even know what was wrong, but she was just going crazy. And I remember I put my hands on her stomach, and I remember it's just like God told me to just start pulling at her stomach, and I just started pulling out all of that negative energy. And I want you guys to understand that nobody taught me that shit. I just knew. And that's what I mean. And then later on, and it's crazy because I seen her go from all the way up here to calm down before they even gave her medicine. When I tell you, you guys have gifts. When I tell you, you guys, you are healers. When I tell you, you guys are fucking, and it's like the older you guys get, the better you get. The better your memory gets. Everybody wants to condition you into thinking that the older you get, the more you forget. And it's like, baby, no, it's backwards. The older you get, and it's honestly, God, it's like time is fucking made up any fucking way, but it's just like the more that you grow, the more that you study, the more you get stronger. And God is calling my attention to you guys usually, like using your fucking gifts. You guys need to start using your gifts every fucking day. speaking things out loud, you touching shit, you helping people. Why do you guys think that when you help somebody, I don't care if it's something just as simple as somebody drops a whole bunch of shit in the fucking grocery store and you just help them pick it up real quick, you take it, and it's not because you're getting anything out of it, you just genuinely help. Why do you think you receive good karma after that? Because that is what you're designed to do. You're supposed to. A lot of us in this world, all of us in this world are placed in here to show people simple kindness because they forgot that. And because we did not have teachers to teach us how to heal, they taught us how to kill and how to fight and how to protect against our own kind, but they never taught us how to protect using love. They taught us how to be bitter. They taught us how to be stubborn. They taught us how to be selfish, but they did not teach us how to love one another. And because of that, they are being literally picking the fuck up and moving out the way. Some of these people and some of the, and honestly, y'all, because it's them putting shit onto other people, it's like their own wrongdoing. A lot of people think that they're sinning, and it's funny because it's calling my attention to these women and to these masculines, because y'all, it's not just women in this bitch. It's calling my attention to people literally being if you're doing bad, literally, for the sake of layman's terms, if you're fucking sitting over here putting shit into this world that's not of healing, it has to be removed. And the biggest thing is that a lot of people, because I hear confrontation in my head, I hear them trying to communicate with me right now, but it's like you can't communicate and you can't dissect the message from God. And I think that that's the biggest thing that you guys have to understand. When you become and you truly become in your final form, guys, you can identify what messages is coming directly from God, because God is not trying to harm you or harm your children or harm your mind. If that shit called depression, that's a war at your mind. That shit called fucking you being sad and being angry, that's a war at your mind. The point of the matter is when you start getting suicidal thoughts and start getting thoughts that's not of love and light, that's motherfuckers trying to get in your head, baby. And I want you to understand something, because Mila, we talking, Miss Ordinary, we talking, Desi, we are talking. These people, all you have to do, you don't have to attack them. You don't have to sit over here. When people try to send shit your way, God and your spirit guides block that shit. Like, big dog, if you don't get the fuck out of here, literally, you don't have to worry about it. A lot of these people sitting over here saying, all you gotta do is do this. Make them fall in love with you. Maybe you guys don't need to fall in love with those people because they are karmic. Trying to force things onto people when in reality, y'all are kings. Like, y'all are kings. You're trying to sit over here and keep somebody in your life that's gonna make y'all broke. Do you understand that? They're their self, and when I mean, and because I love people and I hate to see them destroying themselves, the only one that can heal them is themselves. They start not, and y'all, God is literally telling me to tell you, like giving warnings. Like, this is a warning call. If you guys have been putting shit onto other people, I'm hearing, if it's not like, if you're not helping them to heal themselves, if it's literally to put something onto somebody for harm purposes, or if you're literally sitting over here, even if I'm literally hearing some of you guys like, well, this was me defending myself. You don't have to defend yourself. You just have to protect yourself. Take a spiritual bath. Wash all that dirt off your ass. That's it. That is it. Keep some sage. Keep some fucking spray. I made this shit. If you want to learn how to make your own spiritual spray, link in the fucking bio. I have fucking jewels. I have my amethyst. I have things that I protect myself and my energy from. And anytime I feel like I'm not myself, egg cleanses, sage, sprays, take a spiritual bath, egg cleanse my own self. Y'all, hear me. I want you guys to hear me. But I don't ever speak out of my mouth and sit over here and be like, God, I'm about to go get even. Never. Not once in my fucking life. And I want you guys to hear me. The people that's about getting even, I gotta get them before they get me, they're being dealt with. Watch. I want you guys to watch, because God is giving me the warning for you guys, because you guys are chosen, and because you guys have yet, it's like you didn't know no better. If you did it in the past, you didn't know no better, and you've been already received your karma for it. Don't worry about it. But for the true people that have not touched that shit, that sit over here and they over here, they just like, listen, I don't feel like that's the way, but I learned it, but I don't touch that shit. Let's talk about it. God is giving me, if you do participate in anything going forward, warning. This is the warning. Like it's so funny. He's saying your gifts will eventually be taken all the way away. If you are a reader, you will not read people correctly. You will become an alcoholic. And God is saying it could be all of these, it could be just one of them. Is there anything else? God is saying you guys could suffer from some type of addiction. It does not have to be alcohol or drugs. It could be a sexual addiction. You could fall into a lust. A lust curse. You done put so many curses onto other people to fall in love with you, and now you falling in love with people that will never love you. A love curse. God is saying, don't get me wrong, you can undo that. But you got to go back to all those people and you got to make it right. God is saying all the teachings, memories, dementia, literally, or just falling by what you're eating. Not trusting people. God will send the devil in your head in order to make you feel like you can't trust nobody. The delusions. Whatever you put out to other people is done back onto you. So warning, moving forward, do not dish out harm, and harm won't be dished out onto you. And I repeat, we as teachers, we as healers, we are placed into this world in order to keep our gifts going, but with love, not with hate. With furthering. And if we are called to be out of these people's lives along their journey, it's because our time is done with them. And that is okay. And I think that's the biggest thing is God is highlighting, do not fall into the trap of feeling bad if you don't save everybody, because God is highlighting an example of one of my acquaintances that I met. He has the privilege of working with kids, and he was telling me how one of the kids had passed away, and he was stuck, and he just felt as though he was like, I couldn't get over it, because what if I would have did this? What if I would have did that? And God is telling me, no matter if it's kids or if it's people in your personal life, you guys are assigned to collect as many people as you can. But if they pass away, or if they don't want to hear you, or they don't hear you, they're not supposed to. It's a part of their storyline. If you want to use a gaming term, it's a part of their storyline until they get it right. And you're supposed to move on. You can't stay stuck there, because that's a test within itself of testing your ranks and testing. It's like I'm literally hearing testing. 1, 2, 3. Some of you guys are being pushed into media, and I feel the need to sit over here and say the reason why, if you guys are in like I'm hearing actresses, rappers, what am I missing? Singers, heavy emphasis on actresses right now. You guys are on pause. I'm even hearing poets and comedy. You're on pause right now. The reason being is because they are cleansing out all that old shit. And once all that old shit is coming out, you're here. So if you guys have been like, I'm literally hearing in solitude, job opportunities haven't been following up, producers, I'm hearing producers now, beat makers, I think that's a producer, but who knows. I'm literally just getting mixing all of that. Even models too. I'm also hearing painters, and I didn't know that there was funny business in like paintings, or maybe like the painting world. I don't know, the art world, fashion world is what I'm hearing too. All of that shit, you guys are on hold temporarily, because a lot of you guys, it's kind of funny. God is giving me the the image in my head that you guys were being tasked with perfecting your craft. If you guys have not been doing that, or you've given up, it's time for you to go back, even playing instruments, specifically flutes, recorders. I'm even hearing harmonicas, guitars. I'm literally hearing you guys, if you guys have fell off because you felt like nobody was picking you up, it's time for you to get back and practice your craft, because once these individuals are removed, it's your time to shine. Literally. And I don't know how this is just what God is telling me to tell you. A lot of you guys gave up, or a lot of you guys just took your practice. Maybe you only practice once a week. Now it's time for you guys to start writing again, start performing again, start practicing. It's like practice until it's like you're practicing, and maybe on that trip to Mexico you meet somebody and then they sign you. But the deal is, it's funny because you guys are chosen, you're not supposed to be signed into 360 deals. You're gonna get it's like you're gonna get everything, because you guys are being tasked with performing, because some of you guys' healing gifts is through music, through spoken word, through just performing. It's kind of like what's his fucking name? You guys are gonna probably give me hell for this shit. Santana for the longest I thought was a fucking singer, and I was talking to my mom and she was telling me, oh, Santana is just the one that just plays the guitar. He just had local artists perform and sing on the songs. I said, so Maria, like that wasn't him? And my mom was like, no. My sister was like, no. I said, bro. So what I mean is that you guys are healing through different fucking ways. Some of y'all, sidebar, you heal during sex. That's why sometimes when you guys perform the act, you guys feel your energy. Sometimes it take your ass 3 days to truly recover. Because some of you guys, some of y'all is kind of crazy. God was like, some of these people I had you have sex with in order to remove all that darkness, in order to give it to the light. And honestly, to test your true strength, in order to be able to identify when you're having sex with a true high vibrational individual versus when it's low vibrational. But a lot of you guys are being, or God is telling me that if people have did you wrong, don't worry, because I see a horn, and then I see, so trumpets too, jazz music can be significant. Get back into jazz, or start producing more jazz too. There could be healing things within jazz. Specifically flutes though, because I'm seeing Andre 3000 in my head, and he did a whole flute album. That could be significant. But I'm seeing you guys have like judgment. If people have did you wrong, don't worry about it. I'm seeing a whistle being blown on them, and I'm seeing trumpets, like judgment. Judgment is being called on those people. And I feel the need to tell you guys, that's what you do. You don't go hex people. You just say, God, listen, I fear, and honestly, some of y'all don't even got to say this prayer, because God see your tears. God feels the pain in your heart. God sees that you guys are doing good by all of these fucking people. And it's like God sees that all of these people have either turned their back to you, or has denied you, or has sat over here and prejudged you. I'm just getting a lot of mistreatment energy for a very long time, and it's like, it's so funny, because a lot of these people you probably forgot about because you've moved on with your life. But I just see a big ass bell. It's like ring ring ring, and this ain't no judgment day ass end of the fucking year, end of the lifetime shit. It's everybody. I'm literally hearing, if you did good, don't worry about it. But if y'all was fucking around, baby, you was lying, you was scamming, judgment is being called. And that's why God is telling me that I'm seeing the Ace of Swords, like the truth is being revealed about everybody. Like literally, the truth is being revealed about everybody. I'm literally seeing like maybe you wasn't a scammer, but your friends was. Judgment. And God had to get you out before they got judgment. Some of these people is about to do some real hard time, and I'm literally seeing, if it's not physical time, it's spiritual time, and I don't know which one is worse. It might be both. And that's what I mean by when I say that God is a fair ass God. God is fair as fucking. Y'all know I never tell y'all to believe what the fuck I believe. I always tell you guys, ooh, that's a whole nother one too. Ooh, thank you, God. If you have had teachers forcing you into what they believe, they had to be removed too. It is different if you have identified a teaching by yourself and you're like, I resonate with this teaching. I resonate with the Quran. I resonate with the Bible. I resonate with fucking Hinduism. Whatever. It's like God said that within certain religions, because religions was placed on this earth to divide us. War was placed into this world. Greed was placed into this world to divide us. Love is what brings us back. So even if you identify, like God, this is how God is putting it in my mind. If you identify with Christianity, being a Catholic, the Hebrews, whatever you identify with, God is saying, if you found it by yourself, that's cool. Because it's all one teaching if you all put it all together. It's just different. It's worded differently. Literally. It's like Spanish. God is literally telling me, give you guys an analogy. Y'all know technically in the English language, what is it? It's an adjective then a noun. Well, in Spanish, it's just a fucking, it's a verb first. It's like literally God is saying all these teachings are the same. It's just adjectives and nouns are switched. Different words, you know, maybe they're not using they're using the. That shit. But it's all the same teaching. That's why you guys have to feel it and take what you resonate with and take what you don't. God is saying if there are people that is placing things onto you, and I mean hardcore, like what you're saying is wrong, what you're teaching is wrong, or even y'all, because I'm even getting passive aggressiveness. Maybe they're not verbal, or they're just like, I don't know, you're gonna be judged by that, I don't know. Or it's just like, yeah, but I think Christianity would be better for you. I'm literally hearing all those people had to get taken out of your life because it was for you to determine what it is that you identified with, even if you guys don't identify with shit. I'll tell you guys, I just identify with God. There's teachings that I take, like I believe in reincarnation, and I believe that's from Buddhism, the Buddha. Y'all look at me. Still studies to be made. But the point of the matter is that I don't think I need to read a Bible in order to hear God. And that was the biggest teaching. Now, when God tells me, yo, big dog, go sit down and read the Bible. And I'm like, which one? You want me to read King James? Which one you want me to read, big dog? Like, because all that shit was man-made anyway, if you want to talk about it. But that's not I'm not here to project on my beliefs onto you guys. And when you guys are listening to readers, and some of you guys, it's your teachers, or some of you guys, it's just people you meet, you have to discern. It's funny because it's calling my attention to this woman, and she was doing a reading for me, and she lied to me. And God made it aware that she lied because I asked her, I said, do you see people on me? Because God told me to. God always, and in the moment I didn't know why I asked. And I seen her and she was about to tell me the truth, but she was like, she was going to say no, but then she said, yeah. But then she started forcing Christianity on me because she's seen darkness, she said. And I said, oh, then you don't see me. Because I'm not darkness, I'm of light. And it's reminding me of the first time when I was talking to one of my sisters about really getting into it and doing my studies. And I talk about this all the time. My second deck that I ever purchased was the Hoodoo deck because I was called to get it. And I remember they were like, ooh, voodoo, hoodoo. Oh my God, like you're working with the dark. Da 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 da. And it's funny because ever since I was little, I always talked to God. Ever since I was little, I always had visions. I always had dreams. But I didn't know what the fuck to do with it. I'm over here having dreams of talking to my fucking grandparents that are dead and shit in my dreams. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do with this. But I'm just in a cemetery and I keep having this dream over again. I don't know what the fuck this is. But then I start to realize I'm not dark. I'm only dark if I fear darkness. I'm only dark. And honestly, I don't really feel like I feel like darkness is pureness too. But because we were taught fucking the wrong teachings, guys. We were taught to be afraid of who we are versus to embrace who we are. And God is telling me get this message off too, to my mixed people, to my fucking people, and honestly y'all, because God is kind of giving me he gave me like Indian, and he also like native, but specifically like India, like, or Indian from India type shit, or even white people. like Caucasians, go get your blood checked, because I'm getting, even though you might look like a Caucasian, you are not a Caucasian. If you are Indian, you are not truly all Indian. It like shit like that. Even Native, you're not truly Native. Some of these people don't even know who you truly are. The reason why I'm saying that is because, and now God is like specify really quickly, because God is just saying all races, we are blended. But specifically, like I'm hearing, if you are mixing, specifically if you're mixing your kids, if you are mixed, I'm literally seeing Latin, Black. If you are mixed like that, you're very strong. You're very even to my people that technically, if they look at you, they say you a nigga. I'm literally hearing them say, like, you don't know you got Viking blood in you too. You Black and Viking. It's like shit like that. You don't know that though. And it's like, and technically, unless you do the correct test to go get tested, 23andMe ain't gonna tell you a Viking. But that's what I mean. Because you are mixed, a lot of us are fucking mixed. Almost all of us in this bitch is mixed. You guys are very strong, and it's funny because it's calling my attention to, if you guys are mixed, which you are, you're here. I'm literally hearing God made you strong. It's like your blood is stronger, and that's why in the past, this is a hidden secret, and it's kind of crazy. My light is moving. And I know I'm on point, y'all. If we okay, if we vibing in this bitch, put a 777 in the chat. Is y'all following me? Is we okay? And it's 1, 2, 3 as I'm saying this. Is we okay? Is we alright? We alright up in here? We okay? Okay, I just had to make sure our attention was here. Y'all wasn't losing the attention. I had to make sure, okay? Just had to make sure real quick. God is highlighting that back in the day, like I'm hearing in real kings and queens times, 1300s and shit, you guys always wondered why they never wanted to mix the bloodlines. They never wanted to mix the bloodlines. The reason being is because the true reason why is because they never wanted other people, and this is kind of crazy, I never even knew this, but they never wanted one race or one kingdom to have more power than the other. So they said, in order to stay pure, they made up this myth of pureness. But as soon as the bloodline started to mix in secret, that's when they noticed that it's actually more powerful than staying within what they deem as pureness. And that's just an intuitive download, y'all. I never had that download before, but I think that this is all happening in real time because you guys are ready to receive this message, even me. And I think that the biggest thing is that it's kind of funny because some of you guys, God is calling my attention to, you have went through you went through a lot of self-hate. If you went through a lot of self-hate growing up, like people was trying to literally turn your insides out, like they were trying to literally everything, criticize you, your eyes, your forehead, your eyebrows, your hairline, your nose, your gut, you're too skinny, flaquita. I'm literally hearing your fingers. They tried to get you to hate everything. And it's like, I see you guys eventually like just healing yourself. Like it's like, well, I can't do nothing about my forehead, so I accept it. Can't do nothing about my eyes, so I love them too. Can't do nothing about my nose, I guess I'll love that too. I love my lips. Like, some of you guys are still in the process of working on that, but I feel the need to say, love how you are, because baby, physicality is one thing that God is saying, physicality was one thing that they tried to use in order to weaken us. Within temptation, within, it's just a force. We see souls, so when you see me, you hear me. You don't see me. A lot of you guys, and when you see me, yes, you see me, you're watching me, but you guys are hearing the information because it's like we're all, it's kind of like we're a jellyfish. We are all, the information is just connecting. That's just how I'm seeing it. It's just going out. It's like invisible strings, but it's strings. And it's like, because God is like, pump that shit the fuck out. The reason being is because you guys got taken out of the vision. The only problem that God is saying is that the only thing that will make you fall, because one day a great king will fall, is by temptation is by resulting back to your old ways, or by being poisoned. One of the three. And I think that the biggest thing is that, well, God has did a number on making sure that you're not choosing the wrong person, so you don't have to worry about that. For some of you guys, you are being instructed to make sure that you have the most, when you guys have kids, no matter if it's adoption or physical kids. Oh shit, sidebar, y'all. Damn, 2 messages within one. I love that. Thank you, God. Appreciate all the downloads. If you have physical kids, you're being tasked. Some of you guys were told to heal your shit with your parents, or heal the curse there, so that when you have your kids, you guys stay connected. If you do not stay connected with your kid, if you do not teach your kid, I'm literally hearing, do not be afraid of your kid, because your kids are a powerful fucking force, y'all. Some of you guys, if you already have kids, you already see that. They're smart as fuck. They don't want to, like, some of them don't want to be on their tablets. If you give them something like a puzzle, they can solve it. I'm literally seeing somebody wanting to know how to sew. I remember I seen a video on TikTok of this guy, and he just wanted a fruit blender, a KitchenAid type shit. It's like our kids are being placed back onto this earth because it's safe now. The spirit, I'm literally seeing spiritual babies being birthed because it's safe now, because we made it safe. We're making it safe. If you are a feminine and you cannot bear kids, I'm literally getting 2 things in my head. One thing, if you are having a whole bunch of miscarriages, it's because God is saying that that's not your person. You're not supposed to create with that person. Sorry. Masculines, you too. You're not supposed to create with that person. Your seed is too strong. Your placenta, your fucking womb is too strong. You're not supposed to. Do not let them take out your uterus. Don't make them say you got ovarian cysts there. It's like, technically what we're eating, and that's why God is saying clean up your eating, because a lot of the shit that we're eating and putting in our body is kind of destroying. It's destroying our body. But I had this download the other day, y'all, of well, technically, like they say, like we can make a plan to go have our own farms and shit like that. Oh shit, y'all, wait, I just got another download, because I had this download the other day. If y'all follow me, y'all follow me. I had a download that we should go buy farms and shit like that, but then I had another download like, well, if we go buy farms, our soil is so fucked up by so many things. It's technically, we're still gonna grow fucked up shit. But I'm hearing the healers, if you are a healer and you know that you are a healer, you have to heal the soil before you plant shit. And I'm literally seeing you buy acres and acres and acres, and it's like you literally have to touch that shit by hand. I'm literally seeing you're going from having tractors to going back to hand. And the reason why is because we have to heal the soil before we heal the plants. If we don't, then we're going to continue to produce like GMOs and fucking pesticides and shit like that. I'm even getting that some of the crops, y'all, this is a crazy ass download that I just got. They're not talking about this yet. I don't even think this is in the news, and I don't even know. God is just telling me to tell you guys this, and it's kind of scaring me. But I'm not afraid, because, you know, we're healers. We can fix this shit. Because they have polluted our soil so bad, they're literally saying that, I'm not too familiar with everything, but how he's putting it in my head is that they're having to burn the crops because our soil, like moths, pesticides are starting to get in our roots. And I think that once you get in, like once that gets into like your roots, you have to burn your whole foods, because you can't eat it. God is saying that that is happening and that it's not being talked about. So, and this is not to instill fear. This is for us to do like future planning, because I keep getting this download that we won't see this until our kids, like our kids will see this. That's why if you're being urged, I'm hearing, even if you're in debt, I don't give a fuck if you're in debt. It's time for you to set up a plan to buy acres to heal your land, here, like to heal your soil, and then get you to creating your own crops. And it's not something that you have to do tomorrow. It's put that shit in the plans. Sidebar, going back to your kids, because God is like, I didn't finish that download. Because your kids are so fucking powerful, guys, you are being taught, and I'm even seeing even the people you adopt, you're being taught to train them and like they already come in with their gifts, but to, like with telekinesis, you're teaching them how to manage them in a healthy way so they don't destroy it. If you guys neglect your kids or leave them to somebody else to train them, they will ruin the fucking world. The reason being is because if you think about it, how strong are y'all? If you think about it, Shasha, we on here late. Y'all know I'm never this late. That's why I'm like, but I had to get this download out because God was like, you got to. But if you guys are here, you're here. And if you've seen this at a later date, don't be a hater. You're getting a message. And if you guys need to come back and watch this, it will be uploaded, okay? God is giving me the download that if you think about your upbringing, and I started this live by saying y'all was raised in the trenches. Y'all were raised in environments that were supposed to kill you, to destroy you. Some of you guys got to a mindset to where it's like, I don't even want to have kids. They almost took you out. They almost got you. God is saying you had to go and endure all of that. So when your kid comes, it stopped with you. And because it stopped with you, I'm literally seeing everybody after you, healers, seers, I'm literally just seeing healers and seers. Maybe that's the problem. That's the problem. We used to have telekinesis, mind readers. We used to have all these different gifts, guys. God is like, you're not ready for that, because I know that there's more, but he's only keeping it at healers and seers right now, and even a little bit of telekinesis, because that's being brought back. But God is saying to me that all of it will be restored. We have to heal it, though. That's why the healers and the seers were brought back first. Or they're being brought back first to heal it. And if we do good by healing this earth, the rest of the spiritual gifts will return. And we will be the ones that take over the earth. I don't think that there's going to be an end of the world, guys. I think that the end of the world, and y'all, I don't know, and this is where, if you feel this and you've been having this download, I'm a confirmation. I don't think that there's gonna be an end of world, guys. I don't think that an asteroid is going to hit us and take us out. I don't think that. I think it's going to be more so of and to be honest, I don't even think it's a survival of the fitness. God wants me to call my attention to a dream. It's more so of them trying to get all the spiritual people and strip us of our powers by putting us into rooms and with objects that are not real, but like putting us back into our place in this in a like, how do I explain it? I'll give you guys the dream that I got, okay? I had a dream that I was in a group. And I was an older woman, but I was running. If you guys have been being tasked with starting to run or teaching yourself how to jog, that is why. Just because technically this did not take place until I was old. I was an old woman. I was running, and I remember that I was running with a group of my community, of people that had spiritual abilities, and we were running with kids. It was me as an older woman. It was women that are like 20 to 30, 40. I don't know how old I was in that dream, But it's kind of funny because I kept switching ages. And then there was masculines, like a football coach. It was crazy, guys. But it was also teenagers too. And I remember we were all running. And the reason why we were running was because the government or whoever was ruling us was trying to get us to submit because they wanted to use our gifts for them. But we kept escaping, and we found this house, and for one day we allowed our kids to be kids. Like, I just remember it was like there was a house full of games. We allowed them to sleep. We allowed them, but it was like just for one, like maybe a few hours. And then it was back to, like, we tried to distract the kids by playing football. We tried to distract the kids by like, but it was like the activities still took and helped. It's like helped them take it from the reality, but the kids knew what was going on. And at the end of that dream, we ended up getting caught because we had overslept, but we kept going. And at the end of that dream, guys, I remember they took us in our real spiritual things, like real spiritual bracelets and charms that was given to us to protect us. They took us and they gave us fake ones that looked just like this. It just was fake. It's like, for example, you guys aren't supposed to be eating on plastic because it takes out the vibrations and the energy out of your food. It's like shit like that. Things they're giving us things in order to lower our vibrations, to where we're not able to. The way that we were able to escape these people for all of the time was because we got insight, we had healers, we had seers, and it's like we were able to escape them until the very end. And in the end, I remember there was this woman. It was kind of like we were doing a jail call or something, and I remember they were like, "Why did you do it?" And I was like, "I don't know, da 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 da." And I kept acting like I was talking even after the convert because I wouldn't really tell her anything. And then there was this woman that came, and she was just like, and I remember I was crying in that dream, and I put my head down, and she's like, "Come on, it's time for us to work together now." And that was the end of my dream. So I feel the need to sit over here and say, I don't think that there's going to be an end of the world. I think it is more so of them trying to use our gifts in order to, for their agenda. Now, as to who, I know a lot of you guys are like, well, it's the president, but it's not the president. It's the people that runs the president. And if you know, you know. It's the people that you don't know their names. It's the 7 people that run this world. And if you really want to be technical, it's the 3, really 2. But I digress. You're being tasked with living and loving, and not being afraid. The reason being is because I feel like God is sitting over here saying, when it is our time to go, it's our time to go. We did what we are called to do, so never be afraid of that. As long as you guys are living within love, light, and within your truth. I'm even hearing living within your darkness too. Maybe we tend to forget our darkness too much, and our darkness is what got us to our light. So I'm going to start including that. I just feel the need to sit over here and say, don't forget where you come from, but you're not defined by where you come from. Is there anything else? I feel like I'm forgetting one more thing. Your child is a powerful protector. It's powerful. Protect them with all your life, especially your firstborn. I said you can't follow anyone but yourself. These little ass attacks, they can't destroy God, and you're a God. I said the land and the sea are one. And what you do next is be their king. Be the king in your reality. And it's funny, I wrote this down, and I feel like God is like, read it to you guys because you're going to understand. It says, send me to the trenches and I'll survive it. I'll do more than survive it. I'll create a life cycle and then leave. I can go be and shine bright to be the example for everyone. I can beat anything and anyone, any circumstances. And the reason that I wrote that, it was because I got that download of we returned. And I want you guys to hear me. Nobody can make you weak, only you can. Nobody, I don't give a fuck if people like to sit over here and say, well, if you have sex with people and you know, people can get in your minds and shit. Y'all, real spiritual people can still use their gifts no matter who they fuck or no matter what they eat. God is giving me that download. Because at first I used to try to think that I could only really have strong gifts if I ate a certain type of food. But God is saying that certain foods, they do strengthen your gifts. But specifically the insides. The only reason why God wants you guys to switch your diets is because the food that you guys are eating is clogging up. Like, I'm literally hearing, instead of you dying from fucking I don't know what is regular, from old age, you're dying from fucking diabetes and high cholesterol and shit, and you're not supposed to die from that. That's why God calls you guys to eat healthier. It's not because you're not getting the downloads. At first I thought that it was, but it's not. You could still get downloads no matter what you eat. I just ate some fucking chili rellenos and I was like, ooh, well, it's time. That shit's deep fried, and I don't even eat deep fried food like that. I think once a year. Point of the matter is God gave me the download today. Like, well, you see that I still can talk to you. So if anybody has been instilling fear in you about your messages, about you not being powerful if you eat certain things, or you're being blocked, or it blocking your chakra, I'm literally hearing the only person that can block your shit is you. Nobody can block you. Not your blessings, not your money, not no nothing. Only you. Now, if you get in your head and start to believe that, then that's what becomes your reality. But you guys have already survived the trenches, so what's one more attack? It's calling my attention to the Aquaman movie. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch it. I was actually going to put that on my movie thing so you guys could watch it tonight, but I didn't feel called to do it because everybody needs to get their own downloads. But I literally got, and it's funny, at the end of the movie, I just seen him emerge, and it's like no matter what they threw his way, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. It was, I literally just see, like, you guys, like the little attacks. It's like, some of y'all, it's not even hitting you. It might be a little sweat. So I feel the need to tell you guys that, hear me. How you doing, Daydreams? How you doing, Cookie? Hear me in this moment, you guys. Are just stop giving your power out to people, and allow God to remove the rest of the people. Okay. I'm gonna do a quick read really quickly, and then I'm getting the fuck out of here because y'all, it is about to be 1 in the fucking morning, and I can't believe y'all is on this bitch. But shout out to y'all. If you guys want readings tomorrow, book me in my bio. Okay. Channel for Collective really quickly. What do you have for them? Yeah, in this moment, you're being tasked, heavy emphasis on dreamers and seers. You're being tasked, and it's funny, my book just started moving. I feel the need to sit over here and tell you guys, start taking your dreams seriously. Even the ones where it's like, I don't know what the fuck this means. If you won't, I'm literally hearing, if you only see yellow shoes up in your dreams, write that down. There will be significance of that. You might see somebody. Also, start paying attention to your deja vu moments. I'm literally getting, write everything down, confirmation. If you watch movies, a lot of you guys are being urged to watch movies for the hidden messages. Even shows, there's hidden messages in TV, but like I'm hearing not reality. You know, it's kind of crazy. Maybe reality. If you get down, because some of you guys are so powerful, you get messages within messages. It's calling my attention to the one time that my friend made me watch, what's that stupid ass show? Fucking Married at First Sight. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then I kept getting intuitive downloads from that stupid shit. And I was just like, how can she not see? And it's like, and I was like, oh, it's because of this. Oh, it's because of that. Some of these things could actually help you with your current reality, so you can outsmart the devil, so you don't fall into the same traps. But I'm literally getting, you guys are in the process of literally reforming and rewriting It's kind of like a terms and the conditions. Like your peace offering. I don't know if that's the right terms, God. Is that the right one? Is like, it's giving me like you're writing I'm just gonna explain how it's in my head. You're creating a new city and you're writing the laws. What works in your city, in your state? It's like you guys are being given states. That's why it's starting with a few of us and then it's going to expand. We are the future politicians, future prime ministers. If you guys have been called to go in those paths, future lawyers, because those are the paths that actually change the world. You know, it's kind of crazy. I was even going to say, what are they called? Accountants? Analytics. I'm literally, you know, guys, I had went and watched one of my last readings, or it was from a few months ago, but MIT could be significant. Boston could be significant, but I kept getting downloads about MIT. Some of you guys are able to read charts or read shit, see shit before it happens, and you're being tasked with warning people before it happens. We can't save everybody, but we can save some. That's, and you know what's I see like television, like the news. I never watch the news, y'all, because I feel like it's all fake. It's all controlled. But I'm literally getting all those old newscasters are being replaced by us. Literally. All the old coaches replaced by us. It's kind of like, I do not want to say that. Do I have to say that, God? I'm not afraid to say this, but I don't want nobody to take this personal. It's kind of like the Holocaust, y'all. You know how they tried to wipe out all the fucking Jewish people? That's how they did us as spiritual people. They tried to wipe us out. Like, they tried to take us all out, and they almost did. But now, Jewish people, they run the world. So now the spiritual people are being called to come and run the world. And the funny thing is that we don't have to repeat our past of, you need to learn history, because that history no longer exists, is the download that I'm getting. That's what we're working towards, is that the history doesn't exist. That's why it's funny. I kept telling, and I kept doing, like, I think like last week or 2 weeks ago, I kept doing downloads on racism, on not seeing it, on not feeding into it no more. The reason being is because it's like, that's not my history. And if you do still identify with that, it's like, who are you? You just don't know no better. I hope you figure it out. But it's not going to ruin my misery. I'm not going to lower myself to that vibration. And I think that that's why is because us as spiritual people, we're being urged to rewrite. It's like we're reforming the history. It's like we're restoring it. Like the rise of Atlantis. Yeah, I don't even know how the fuck I know that, but God is just telling me to give you guys this. Yeah, a lot of us, heavy emphasis on our kids. We're being asked. And it's kind of funny because God is like, I know that this is a big ask, but a lot of you guys are being asked not to only heal yourself, no matter if you're a feminine or a masculine, but I'm literally hearing like heal relationships, heal love, so that when it comes to you guys, how do I want to say it? Dishing it out to your kids. They know what it comes from too. And that's why, guys, I feel the need to say this. This might give me some, I don't know. Okay, God. This is where, because I don't want y'all to cuss me the fuck out. Okay, this is where I don't want y'all to cuss me out, but I gotta tell y'all this. To my femmes that is having babies, like the baby was put in you and the masculine isn't present, or even my masculines, the feminine is like just like acting weird or something like that. That baby has to be born, because no matter if that person is on the page with you, no matter if you're masculine or feminine, no matter if they're on the page with you, they have the genes that you need. You guys know how I said, like, if you were having miscarriages or God was saving you from scares and stuff, your kids wasn't ready then, but your kids are ready now. Specifically in 2024. And I know that, and God is like, give y'all, I don't want to give them a timeline, because I don't want you guys to go and rush into this. And I don't want you, because God, this is how God is saying it. At first he was going to have me say like 1 to 6 years, but I feel the need to say that could be 1 to 6 months too. God is saying leave it up to a surprise. And to the seers, don't try to see it, because it's gonna drive you crazy trying to figure out when, what, where. But some of you guys, I'm literally seeing some of you guys have been getting signs before you get pregnant. It's kind of funny. It's like your spiritual babies are communicating with you. But I'm literally getting, even if these people are not on the same page, it's like you have the kid, because the kid is you know what's kind of crazy? The person that you're with has 2 choices, or that you had a kid with has 2 choices. This is how God is putting it in my head. You have 2 choices. Either you can come into who you are, which is a prophet, which is a spiritual person, a seer, literally a prophet. I'm literally just getting, either you can come into this union and raise these people, or I'm going to place another spiritual being in here so we can make sure that these kids are being raised. So if you guys are having kids right now and the people is just not, they not here with you, well, I'm literally hearing God say, welcome to death row. But God is telling me to tell you guys are good no matter what. With finances, you're good. With resources, you're good. You and your kids will always be provided for, because you guys have a mission. It's like you guys had to learn how to get out of survival mode in order to teach your kids how to stay in high vibrations, because that's what helps you guys produce more. Okay? Well, if you will, please hold, because I ain't drinking no water at all. I see the word east. And for some reason, I want to just give you guys this example really quickly. I was talking to my mom today, and I remember we were just talking about careers, and she was like, I would have made like a really good investigator. I was like, you could have been a really good lawyer, because you talk shit like crazy. Me and my mom, we just had that relationship. And she was like, I really wanted to do she was like, I would have been a really good investigator, because I'm nosy as fuck and I just like knowing shit. And I was like, yeah. I was like, too bad you was raised on the east side. I was like, you could have been a good cop. And she's like, you know what, I could have been. Don't allow your circumstances to stunt what you're called to do. My mom was raised on the east side, and very much raised by both parents, but chose street life. Not for long, until she got her awakening, until she had me and my sister, and then she awoken, and then she switched her life. But sometimes you understand when you're placed into the trenches, some people get defined by them and some of them don't. My mom was called not to raise me and my sister like how she was raised. And I want you guys to understand something. That wasn't that we were raised perfectly, but we were raised with enough. And I think that that's the biggest thing is that if you guys are in the process of healing the relationship between you and your parents, I just feel the urge to tell you guys, let that shit go. Let the anger go. Let the resentment go. Let the smart remarks go. Let them be them. Because I remember my mom, she was telling me a story today about my grandfather. And she was telling me, and this is how strong genes are, y'all. This is the only reason why I'm telling you the story is that the reason that her other sisters didn't come around her dad was because he was the type of man that would say whatever he wanted to say, didn't give a fuck. And if you didn't come around, he was like, so why the fuck ain't you coming around? What's up? Like, he wasn't scared. And they ended up resenting, or the other sisters ended up resenting not coming up around him. But I say all this to say, y'all, that your genes are strong. You are who you are. And you are who you say you are. Not who your parents say you are. And that's why some of you guys might be the black sheep, if you want to call it, the alien of the family, the one that they don't hear, they don't listen to, the one they try to belittle. The reason being is because those people were designed to do that to you, to make you stronger. And now that you are stronger, you don't submit to that anymore. You're a king. You don't submit to anybody. You're a queen. You don't submit. You don't bow to nobody. So stop bowing to motherfuckers that gotta bow to you. No offense. Anything else, God? If you guys were currently going through a bad time, God is literally calling my attention to it's like if you were going through something bad and you couldn't get out of it, God had to like have you sit there so you can feel what it feels like to have everything ripped up around you and see everything, see all truths. And then he's giving it all back to you, okay? Yeah, you think of it as a blockage. It's funny, I want to show you guys. Hold on, wait. God's over here laughing at y'all. Y'all thinking it's a blockage, and it's like God is restoring the it's like literally restoring balance. It's like you're not blocked. If y'all money is funny, it's about to come in. If love is funny, don't worry. I'm literally hearing this month, y'all. At first I was getting 1 to 3 days, but God is telling me by the 31st, your life, the people, the places, the things, it's removed by the 31st of this month. Like, even if you're watching at a different date, I have to say the 31st of that month, unless you're in February 28th. And I actually think that this year is a leap year, y'all. So I think, double check me on that one. God is like, but you're a seer, you know that. I still like to double check myself. That could be significant, y'all. If you guys are, it is a leap year. If you guys are spiritual people like is it claircognizant? I think it's claircognizant. Whatever, y'all know that shit. Y'all know that clear. The thing that makes you strengthen your gifts is you removing your doubt. Okay? Like how I just went back and double checked my shit even though I knew. You have to rid yourself of that. You have to rid yourself of that. It's kind of funny, y'all. This whole reading, this whole live is like I was working with God. Like God was just saying, push this out, push this out. Like I just felt like I just gave God the mic and he talked. But now God is like, okay, you can rest, kid. And I'm just like, okay, but there's still something I feel like there's left. I think that you guys have to understand that's significant. Thank you. Certain messages, so you guys know how I was tuned in for however long I was tuned in. Certain messages, when it's on or stray and it's like that, it's like it is because they're urgent. But God still allows you guys to get your own messages that you think that you're, it's like these are downloads. Like I have my downloads and God will, like, it's kind of weird. I guess I can use me as an example so I can teach you guys really quickly. When I channel through God, whatever God tells me to push out, I push out. There's certain things like most of the shit that I said today, I don't have it written down, only a few things. So he will tell me I can interrupt him and I can put out my own shit. The biggest thing is that you guys are being tasked with being able to do the same thing, with receiving his message, receiving his download, relaying the message, however you guys are called to. And then I'm literally seeing, and then get your shit off. So this is me getting the rest of the messages out, okay? And if God needs to correct you, he will correct you. But you still have to work on perfecting your gifts because God is urging you to. You know what's kind of crazy? I kind of just got this download of God wants you guys to work on your gifts, but God wants you to work on trust more. And it's funny, guys, because I literally have a card that is like, that's labeled trust right here. Charlene is on the back of it, but I had a download where it was like, you work on your gifts, yes, to strengthen them. So when you have to use them, you use them. But it's kind of funny because God is saying when you're working with me, you don't really need them. I'm going to tell you what you need. So don't worry. That's the worry part about it, y'all. Okay. Well, can I go to bed now because I'm tired? I think I'm going to bed. My brain is like, okay, thanks God for using me as a vessel. Anyway, I love you guys. You guys know that I'm live twice a day when I'm called to. But I'm going to fucking bed because that is all the information that needs to be out. Okay, this will be put onto my YouTube, so if you guys are not following, go check that out because you can see it from the beginning if you're just now joining now. To all my family up in this bitch, I love you guys. You know I'm gonna see y'all on the fucking live, and it's 111 as I'm saying this, so I'm right on time. If you guys want a personal reading, you want me to dive into your energy, if you trust me, you can go and book me. Also, if you want to know how to protect yourself, egg cleanses, spiritual sprays, how to create them, you can go and purchase that in my bio as well, okay? I love you guys. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Love is light, light is love. Make sure you don't fall in love with a thug. And if you do, just make sure that they pay you, okay? Players out, okay? Okay. Night, sweetheart. Night, Orchard. Night, Shasha. Night, everybody. I love y'all. There's too many of y'all motherfuckers up.